302 Cheyenne Boulevard, Colorado Springs, Colorado 80905. Going to be cameraing from the exterior cleanouts. The first cleanout we're going to be using is the cleanout closest to the residence, next to the AC unit in the backyard. This is a 4-inch SDR-35 PVC single one-way directional cleanout. Second cleanout we will be using is the 4-inch Schedule 40 PVC cleanout that is closest to the fence in the backyard. From that cleanout we will be going to the inside of residence. So from this first cleanout closest to the house, we'll be cameraing from here to the city main, and the second cleanout we will be cameraing from the cleanout closest to the fence in the backyard to the inside of residence. Right here at approximately 4 feet, the SDR-35 PVC transitions to clay tile. Right here at approximately 6 feet is where this sewer line that leaves the house connects to the actual main sewer line that goes to the house. This is just a separate part of the sewer line for a different part of the house. What you're looking at in front of the camera is the actual main sewer lateral that everything else from the residence flows through. This tie-in was located right outside the residence with green utility marking paint at approximately 3 foot 6 inches deep. No issues with this tie-in. The joint right here at approximately 7 feet is damaged on the top of pipe. It is currently not causing any issues with flow. This is something that we would just recommend being repaired. Right now it is causing no issues, but it is a recommendation that it gets repaired. Right here at about 9 feet, just before a joint, the clay tile pipeline is cracked on the left-hand side of the pipe. Again, this is the same thing. It is not causing any issues with flow at this time, but it is damaged clay tile pipe. This is just another thing that we would just recommend getting repaired. It is not causing any issues at this time, but it is a recommended repair. Right here at approximately 10 feet in the clay tile pipe, there is an approximate 1 to 1.5 inch joint separation in the pipe. You can see the gravel on the exterior of the pipeline making its way to the inner pipeline. Again, this isn't affecting anything with flow at this time. It could in the future. So again, this is just a recommended repair. At this time, it is not causing any issues with flow. Right here at about 17 feet on the left hand side of pipe, there is a minor joint separation with root intrusion. This separation is currently not causing any issues with flow, not an issue at this time, but is a recommended repair. Right here at approximately 24 feet, the clay tile transitions to schedule 40 PVC. This is also going to be the same spot as the exterior cleanouts that are near the back fence. So from approximately 4 feet from this entry point to right here at 24 feet, there were at least 4 spots in the clay tile line that were damaged that we recommend repair. With there not being any major bellies throughout this section, this spot of the line is able to be done with a pipe liner. So instead of having to remove this back patio and dig up everything back here, a pipe liner is able to be installed throughout this section, eliminating all of these issues. The only thing that would have to be dug up is right here at the entry point where the tie-in is. And then the pipe liner would be installed from the tie-in up to the spot at 24 feet. That is just a recommendation on a way to eliminate all of those damaged spots in the clay tile pipeline that aren't causing any issues currently but could in the future. It's kind of hard to see, but right here at 26 feet at the top of pipe is the furthest cleanout that will be used as the second entry point going into the residence. This is the cleanout that is closest to the fence in the backyard. Going to continue on to the tap at the city main from here. Right here at approximately 30 feet, the Schedule 40 PVC transitions back to clay tile. No issues with this transition. And right here at 32 feet, again, the clay tile transitions back to Schedule 40 PVC. No issues with this transition. Tap at the city main is 121 feet from the cleanout closest to the house next to the AC unit. Most of the line is all Schedule 40 PVC. All of the sections of the PVC have no issues at all. Next part of video will be from the cleanout closest to the fence in the backyard going into the residence. All of this has already been cameraed from the first cleanout. Now we are going backwards from this furthest cleanout near the back fence going into the residence. Right when we get to the tie-in that we saw in the first part of the video is all the stuff that hasn't been seen yet. I will let you know when we get to that point. It's kind of hard to see here, but right here at 25 feet, just to the right hand side of the pipe is where that tie-in is, where we originally went through. Right here at approximately 26 feet in the main line. This is stuff that hasn't been seen yet because we're going into the residence. There is a massive root ball right here. Going to try and see if we can get the camera to pass through it. This should have been hydro-jetted out of here when the cleaning company was out here to get this entire line cleaned. Going to pause the video here for a second and see if I can't get some water running to get the camera lens cleared to see if we can see exactly what we're looking at here. Camera comes to a complete stop here at 26 feet. Cannot make it past this point going in towards the residence to finish cameraing underneath the foundation of the home or up into the crawl space, whichever it may be. It looks like a lot of roots are in the line right here. This line could also be collapsed right here. Unsure what is going on. This line could also be abandoned at this point, and everything from that first clean out is where everything in the house runs out of. Not exactly sure what's going on here. This video will be reviewed further on a laptop, and all pipeline details will be in the written report about everything that we just went over to make it a little more clear and in writing.